Welcome to LucyTWWE, my weekly review of all things WWE. I'm Lucy T. Before we get started, I just want to wish a very happy birthday to Goldberg. You old. And I'll give it some serious Dana Brooke vibes. Did anyone else notice that she was walking around literally dressed as a librarian with Titus Worldwide on Raw? Here are the top 5 happenings in the WWE this WWE week. Number 1. Okay, so many Royal Rumble updates this week. I'm so excited. Natalia, who, by the way, I guess is not going for a rebrand. Naomi and Asuka and Ruby Riott will all be joining the Royal Rumble. Quick thought, though, on the whole Riott Squad Absolution sitch. I wish that all the members of the Riott Squad and Absolution, sans Page, actually had their own thing going on. Had their own characters, their own signature moves, entrances. Because they're really just mute soldiers at this point, it's honestly not that interesting anymore. Additionally, what the hell was up with Naomi's match? It was a little too reminiscent of old Diva era. The match itself didn't last even as long as her own entrance. Randy Orton, Shinsuke, and Elias are all also going to join the Royal Rumble. There also have been rumors circulating the interwebs that John Cena is set to win the Royal Rumble this year. Next year. Now, maybe if that's the case, then he'll have his retirement match at WrestleMania. Number 2, we need to talk about this grave injustice. Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan. What in the actual fook? I don't even know where to begin with this. Okay, so Dean is officially out and injured for 3 to 9 months. Roman has his whole Intercontinental title and his own shit going on. And so therefore Kurt decides to pair his son up with Seth frickin' Rollins randomly in a tag match? What a waste! What have I been obsessing over for months before the Shield reunion and waiting in deep anticipation for them all to just fist bump again? Also, can Jason Jordan, blatant boredom, please stop calling Kurt Angle dad? Please stop. Really. No one's buying it, bro. Also, to make matters worse, Roman was literally right there when Kurt Angle made this decision. Literally, Roman turned around, did a 180, spun around in the same space to do his own promo. WTF. Why is Seth in this tag title match with Jason Jordan? It makes literally 0 sense. I am so sad. So much for the Shield reunion. Hope y'all got your shirts while they last. What a waste. Number 3. Very excited that we finally got to see Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy make some physical contact, baby. That was definitely a better moment on Christmas's Raw than Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins winning the tag titles. Thankful that Matt Hardy really almost did delete Bray Wyatt, and I am still very excited about this feud, and I'm hoping that we'll see them in a match at the Royal Rumble. Totally fine if their match is not in a House of Horrors. Number 4. Daniel Bryan announced on SmackDown this week that there will be a tournament for the U.S. title after Dolph just, abandoned his U.S. title in the middle of the ring.
All by myself, don't wanna be.
So far, Bobby Roode has defeated Baron Corbin, and Jinder Mahal beat Ty Dillinger. Shocker. I think this is definitely mainly/also being used as a tool to advance tensions between Shane O'Mac and Daniel Bryan. Shane did actually have a good point, though, since, Baron Corbin was the former champion and is still due his rematch. That being said, SmackDown Live is the land of opportunity, and Bobby Roode and Baron Corbin were both in the same position, at least within the tournament, so, there's that. These tensions between the commish and the GM of SmackDown Live were just growing and solidified during SmackDown's main event when Shane McMahon cost AJ Styles his win against Kevin Owens while he was preoccupied with yelling at Sami Zayn and distracted the ref. TBH, I don't really think that Daniel Bryan is doing anything wrong or giving any kind of preferential treatment to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Does look like Daniel Bryan and Shane O'Mac are headed for Splitsville, though. Stephanie McMahon and Mick Foley, anyone? Number 5. Not only was this the first time ever that Raw was broadcast live on Christmas Day, but both Raw and SmackDown Live, the first hour at least, were commercial free. That being said, it did seem a little bit as though Raw, they needed to get more meat in their show and they needed to fill it more with actual wrestling, and this, I think, made for a much more entertaining and engaging show. Also, like, it was Christmas, and frankly, that 20-minute John Cena and Elias segment would not have been as tolerable had I not been in my Christmas spirit. Heath Slater match against Kane was a bit silly, sure, but it was Christmas. And I think WWE struck a perfect chord between getting back into the groove of things and enjoying the holiday with some fun. Besides, who did not love to see Heath Slater literally yell at Rhino outside of the ring? It's fucking Kane, man. I got kids. Who knew that WWE stood for Walk with Elias? Sign of the week definitely goes to this dude in a beekeeper's costume on Monday Night Raw with a sign that just said bees. And then later in the show, he had another sign that just said more bees. Ridiculous. And I love it. Who won this week? Now, honestly, I would say Monday Night Raw won this week for a lot of reasons. Despite the terrible outcome of Raw's main event of crowning Seth Rollins and Blatant Boredom as the new tag champions, they're not a tag team. You can't just put two guys together and be like, ooh, go for the tag titles. It was a good show and, I don't know, frankly, better than this whole tournament nonsense. That is all we have for this week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram and Twitter at LucyTWWE. Get well soon, Dean. Please come back and save the Shield.